Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about how I do my eyebrows. I get a lot of questions on how I get my brows done. So I said let me jump on camera and just do a real quick tutorial on how I do my brows. So first I go in with the Ruby Kisses Gold Brow, and you can find this in your local beauty supply store. I have it in the shade chocolate. I just pull off the excess and I brush this through my brows. And this has little fibers, so it makes your brows thicker than they are to start out with before you add pencil. So that's what I'm gonna do. And I just brush it upwards. It's not sticky, it's not crunchy. It's a real nice product, especially to be in a beauty supply store. So once I get that in my brows, I give it a second. And then I go in with my pencil. I have the Benefit Precisely My Brow in the shade number 5. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go closer to my nose and make my brow a little bit longer than it is. So I'm going to start at the bottom and work my way to the tail of the brow. Brows are pretty personal, so you do your brows to your liking. But I like to make mine a little bit longer. So after I put the line on the bottom, I'm going to outline the top. And I make them just a teensy bit thicker than they naturally are. So a little bit wider than they naturally are. And then I just shade them in with short strokes. Because you don't want to just do one like straight line through your brow and it looks colored in. Even though it is, you don't want it to look like it. So short strokes until you get the entire brow filled in to your liking. And this pencil doesn't budge once it sets. And then the front, you don't want it too boxy. So just kind of flick through it. And that's what I do. I flick through it. It's really not that hard. This pencil is like exactly what it says, Precisely My Brow. And then I lift my brow up a little bit to see if I have any sparse areas, and I fill that in. And then I take the spoolie and I just run through it, comb the product through so that it's distributed evenly. But in the front of the brow, I pull it towards my nose to fade it out. Now you can use 2 color brow pencils like I do sometimes, or you can just use one and be really light-handed at the front of your brow. Now that's it for pencil for now. Usually after I do my eyeshadow look, I might go in and touch it up a little bit. Now you could stop here. This is fine. This is perfectly fine. But if you want it to be even more crisp, you take some concealer, about 2 shades lighter than your skin tone, or 1 shade, or even the same color as your skin. It's personal preference. I have about 2 shades lighter than my skin tone. I have the NARS Soft Matte Complete Conceal in the shade Amande. And I like to use this for my brows because it's already in a pot. I don't have to squeeze it out or anything, or it's one less step I have to do because it's already in the pot. I have this little Eco Tools brush that I got in a set a while back. But this is my favorite brush for just cleaning up my brows. And what I do is I take a little bit, I barely tap into it, and I tap both sides into it. And I start pretty much in the middle, but I don't go directly under my eyes because I don't want to deposit too much product right under the brow because it's harder to clean up when it's closer to the brow. And then I go in the front as I get less product on my brush, and I connect it. And then I flick everything down. And remember, you still have product on the opposite side of your brush if you didn't put enough on your brush to begin with. Or you can just dip back in. It's pretty easy. But I just fade that out by flicking it down to blend it in so there's no harsh lines. And I just go under. Now on the top of the brow, what I do is I take the same color and I only go, you see what we looking like? I only go on top at the tail of my brow. And the reason being is because this is a lighter color and I don't want halo brows. And halo brows is when you have that light mark around your whole brow. Now at the bottom, because it's a little bit lighter, I don't mind because I'm gonna do eyeshadow. But at the top, you see how it's like a halo at the end? That's gonna blend in with my foundation, but the lighter it is on the top, the harder it is to blend in later on. And sometimes you can't get that close to your brow without messing up your brow. So you blend it in as much as possible. You can even bring it all the way down on your lid, depending on what you're going for that day. If you're just doing brows, just use color closest to your skin. If you're doing eyeshadow, you can go a little bit lighter. Like I said, brows are personal preference, but that is how I get my brows done. And last, I just run through with the spoolie one more time to make sure nothing is like really, really harsh. Everything is distributed well. I like the front of the brow to be a little bit bushy looking. And like I said, that brow gel is not crunchy or anything, so you can brush right through it. I had done the other brow off camera. And always remember, they're sisters, not twins, so they're not going to be the same. But thanks for watching this video. I hope it was helpful to you. And like I said, brows is personal preference. So if you don't like this way of doing your brows, you can try another way. You try until you find the way you love your brows, and you do your brows the way you feel comfortable wearing your brows. But thank you. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you want to. See you soon. Bye.